What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NHL 23 Franchise Mode as the New Jersey Devils continue their quest for the Cup. And what happened? Albert, what's up? You're either up early or up late. What's going on, dude? You're at the end of the game, right on. Looking forward to getting that tomorrow. Although I won't be able to play it right away tomorrow because, yeah, definitely don't spoil. I'll be at, be going to AEW Rampage tomorrow night, so I don't know if I'll have time to actually play the game at all. Albert says, but dude, it's amazing. Of course, we're talking about the new God of War, which I'm very much looking forward to. Albert says, it's better than the first one. I've heard a few people saying that. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait. All right, so we got knocked out of the playoffs pretty early. So let's look at... I had to do a whole bunch of finagling with my all-season picks. Albert says, the story is so well written. Yeah, I believe it. All right. So when I went into the entry draft, I wasn't able to get like the first overall guy, but I didn't expect to. I made a couple of moves, and I was able to get the 5th and 8th overall picks. The guy who I wanted that I made the trade to get as 5th overall ends up getting picked 3rd overall, so that kind of sucked. But be that as it may. Yo, what's up, Greeno? Albert says, story is so well written. To be honest, the gameplay can be a bit annoying sometimes, but that just might be my lack of skills. But the story is 10 out of 10. Gameplay is 7. Nice. Nice. All right. So, and by the way, I'm also playing this after the Devils just won their 11th straight game in real life. So, I kind of had to let my throat relax a little bit because I was screaming bloody murder when they won the game. So, all right. But here's my acquisitions. I ended up... Oh, so I picked up Samuel Latikainen. I don't know how to say that. But he was a free agent, elite low, 82 overall, and I nabbed him to put him in the bottom of my my lineup, and he helped out quite a bit. Albert says, I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Yeah, man, I think realistically I'll probably play it somewhat on Saturday. Although there's a pay-per-view Saturday night, so I'll be able to play it until early evening for me. Speaking of pay-per-view, Greeno, you're welcome to come over to watch Full Gear Saturday if you're going to be available. Because I will be getting the pay-per-view one way or the other. I still haven't seen Barbarian, dude. Like every single time, like I went to watch it. It's either been something has come up where I've had to leave the house, or I was gonna be short on time, and I don't want to have to like pull myself away from watching it. Well, you know, Albert. I mean, if you want to fly over, feel free. All right, cool. I'll see you then, Greeno. Should be a good show. I'm hoping that there's going to be some crazy shit that takes place on Rampage tomorrow, but just seeing the Kingston match is going to be ridiculous. So that'll be worth it. I was hoping that the Elite would make an appearance, but I don't think that's going to happen until the pay-per-view. All right. So anyway, like I said, I got Ladakine in here as a free agent, but my first pick that I got in the first round, got 5th overall. We picked up Magnus Carlsen, who was supposed to go 3rd overall, but like I said, the guy who I wanted ended up getting snagged 3rd overall, and then this guy was not picked 4th, and I think it was like a loyalty issue. I think they had said like loyalty may be a factor, but generally, if you throw money at any of these people, they'll stick around. But I mean, he's a rookie. He's already got an 81 overall. He's poised to be pretty freaking incredible. Like, I mean, he's got all of the important, like, great passing, his deking, his toe drag, stick handling, shooting. Like, he's really set to be a good all-around player. So, Albert says, hypothetically, if I weirdly flew over, would I be welcome at the pay-per-view? Of course. Of course. That'd be a lot of effort to come and see wrestling. No, yeah. Who else? I don't think there's anyone else on my main roster that I picked up. The other number 1 pick that I got, not Downing, right here, Jacobson. So Ludwig Jacobson. Now, I picked him with 8th overall. Now, it says top 6 forward, medium. He's not an elite, and I think one of the players that went after that would have been a medium elite. But Jacobson was he was marked as a gem, and actually when I drafted him, I think no, that's what he was supposed to be. I'm sorry. Never says, it would probably only be about $1,500. No biggie. Yeah. What's $1,500? Philly, here I come. Right on. And then the Uber from Philly is going to be super cheap, I'm sure. But yeah, it's so great in close shooting. So, I mean, I'm taking the risk. I don't know how this guy's going to pan out, but I mean, 66 overall, okay, a sniper. But look where his shot accuracy is already at 81s. So that's only going to improve. So I have high hopes that he's going to turn out to be something decent. And again, it's not all about getting a first line guy, like first or second line guy who's going to step in and take the place of some players as they come along. Did I get anyone else that was significant? Oh yeah, Nokalainen, or however you say his. Yeah, Nokalainen. This guy was another gem. Turns out to be a top 4 defenseman. Tommy, offensive defenseman. So we'll see how he pans out here. I got LeBlanc. Where's he at? Yeah, I also got Hugo LeBlanc, who I picked him up in the 7th round. Turns out to be an elite low. So that was a hell of a steal. Albert says, it might only be in 10 years, but someday I'll be in the U.S. and I'll drop by for some food and video games. Hell yeah, dude. Absolutely. Whoops. Yes, I also picked up these 2 goaltenders, another elite medium in Karppinen and Wennerberg as a starter. So something else is coming up now. I've got 2 elite mediums here. I've got Goldobin, who right now is our backup. But I've also got, is it Tobias Sturm? So Tobias Sturm, a year younger, is already as good as Goldobin. This guy might turn out to be better, and I may end up using Goldobin as a trade asset. Because right now I don't have a first-round pick in this upcoming draft. Whether or not I need one, we'll see. Again, the hopes is that my team is going to be good and we won't be in the top 10 due to being terrible. Albert says, that's a promise. If you'll have me in 10 years, and if you'll have me 10 years is a long time, but trying to be realistic, it won't happen the next 3 to 4 years. I mean, yeah, just it's one of those things, like whenever you can arrange to do it and can financially afford to pull something off like that, it's all good. Let's look at our lines very briefly. So I've already got Carlson. I mean, he's down on the bottom line, but hey, he's good enough to play already. He's really best suited for this line, so, kind of worked out. And this is why we got Leitikainen, however you say his name. Donahue, not really great for this line, but it's the fourth line. I'm not really sweating it. Berkeley Catan is going to be relied on a little heavier, even though he's kind of blah for this line. This year is going to be big, too, because I got Jack Hughes is going to be asking for an extension, or he doesn't want an extension, but we're going to offer him one. And I think Nico is up for one as well. Yeah. So as we get on into the season, I'm going to offer both of them extensions. He's supposed to come down, and Hughes' asking price is going to go up, but it should balance out. So it shouldn't really mess too much with my. It shouldn't mess too badly with my my salary cap. So I'm not going to sweat that out too much. Greeno says, I noticed some of their faces are grayed out. Yeah, like right here, Berkeley Cat, because that's just a game-created player. EA Sports just made it up so they don't have actual pictures for these guys. Which I kind of think sucks. I'm surprised at this point that EA hasn't figured out a simple way to like take the in-game character model and just like use that as the picture. Or at least give you the option to do that. I don't know. It's weird. Albert says, yeah, I would have to be there for other plans and then drop by just for fun. I think it would be both fun and weird because it would be like we know each other, but also we never met, actually. That's the world we live in now, though. This is, it's... Whoops. I did not mean to skip out of that. It's going back to defense. So I'm hoping we get some good chemistry built here, but Landry and Davidson are doing well for that second line. Hughes and Nemitz are now going to be paired up for the top. Albert says, our conversation would consist of me saying 20 things and then you giving one answer like old times, right? All right, so let's get into the season. Let's see how they do. Get the preseason out of the way. Four 2-0. I think that's where we. Oh wait, no, we got one more preseason game to buzz past here. Yes, weird salary cap. All right, 5-2-0. So that's about what we were, I think, in the end of preseason last year. Look at my amateur scouts. I already have somebody who's done doing their scouting assignments, but I think that's because I have a guy in the. Is it in ice, I think? Yeah. No. Who's already finished with their scouting assignments? Why is there a plus? Nobody. Okay. All right, Albert. See you in 10 years. Get some sleep, dude. Good to see you popping in. All right, let's get through October. Let's see how we do. How do we start the season? Yeah. Waivers. We're not worried about waivers. And then we're going to talk about the scouts. We're fine with scouting. Let's move on. All right. Quick view of the draft class. I mean, they've only had a couple of weeks to scout anybody. We don't really know anything. Holtz should not actually be hurt. All right, good. Hold on. Why is my phone blowing up? Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Oh, I was just... All right. No, I don't want either one of those players. I like to build from within. I don't really like to do a whole lot of trading and whatnot, unless there's an offer that's made to me that I can't say no to. I don't like to go ahead and wheel and deal. At least not with offers that are made to me, because 9 times out of 10, the offers that are being made are stupid. All right. November. Like, this is basically, hey, we'll swap third-round picks, and then you guys just give us that starting goaltender. Like, that is insane. I gain nothing from that trade. The only reason that you make a trade like that is if you've got a guy who's costing you too much money and you're just trying to get rid of him. But this is a guy who's not even signed yet, so that's so stupid. And this is a hell no. Good year for rookies. All right. Bratt has been hurt. That's not good. Old Clark. I do like that I have a +5 overall in that power play. Although that seems like other players I've been watching who are also doing their franchise modes, it seems like the game has at least figured out how to put the chemistry together to put together your power play units. Because a lot of people, it seems that their first power play line ends up with a +5 overall. So, however the hell that works, I don't know, but that's what seems like it has been happening. So, all right, Cody Clark, jump in there for Jesper Bratt, and once again, completely insane trades being offered to me. We need to get Bratt back. Thank you. Cody Clark continuing to be a consummate professional as I re-up his contract every year just to sit there as the extra man. But he gets a lot of time because he's real good at just filling in wherever I need him. And absolutely not with this, especially considering I have no first-round pick. I'm not giving up my second-round pick. All right, Port. Uh-oh. Conan broke his toe. Well, it is now time for Goldobin to make his NHL debut. I would assume that with a broken toe, Lukonen won't be back, at least for a little while. All right, we're fine with our RFAs. We got nothing to worry about there. All right, so we're 10-8-2. We're just above 500. So I think we were close to this point last year as well, and then they kind of took off. But the way that these games go, EA is really notorious for making you think that you're either doing really well and then they pull the rug out from underneath you, or you think you're doing really bad and all of a sudden your team goes on a winning streak and you're kicking ass. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm hoping that the team is able to at least return to the playoffs again, because there weren't really any significant changes made to the team. Uh-oh. Now is where we're starting to have some problems. Come on, Wrecking Ball. Ooh. But we're not going to worry about the chemistry, because after they play a few games together, they tend to pan out. Once again, stop. Actually, the next trade offer, I've got to look at my trade block, see if I actually have that player on the trade block. Although I thought I cleared it, but I could be wrong. Uh-oh. Tate Sestito is a gem. We're going to keep our eye on old Tate. What do we not know about Tate? For 6 foot 194 power forward. Oh, man. You know what's really frustrating? Is that I don't have a first round pick. Because that would really be a hell of a grab. Potential for a franchise goaltender, although we all know how this usually turns out. It has you thinking, oh man, there could be a steal out there, and then it turns out to be a starting goaltender, maybe. All right, so we're going to avoid Marian Zednik. Sorry there, Marian. So very curious about Tate Sestito. I might be able to pull something off in the, by giving up Goldobin or somebody, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to really arrange to get a second overall pick. No. Hell to the no. Look at this. Look at this insane ask. Get the hell out of here. And now Holtz is hurt. Our team is getting beat up. And I have injuries turned down quite a bit because otherwise this game has a tendency to, like, every other game played is somebody else is hurt, somebody else is hurt, somebody else is hurt, and you almost have an AHL team on the ice because you have to keep replacing all your players. No. I'll let Utica worry about that. Once again, the same offer I was given from another team. No. Guys, I'm not interested. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get the hell out of here. Oh my God, I'm not. I seriously wish that EA would put something in here where one of your options would be for editing trade block or something like that would be to mark a player for like teams to stop asking for. Although Arneson, he was a third-round pick. Although he was the number 1 third-round pick. No, I'm gonna hold on to him. Nope, not taking that risk. Greeno says, "Yeah, that gets annoying, dude. It's incredibly annoying because it never fails. Like it'll be like if you make an offer to a team, like they get sarcastic with you if they don't like what you're asking for, and if you keep asking for the same guy, they'll be like, "We're not giving up this player." Blah 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 blah. Like they get all bent out of shape. But it's like, okay, listen, if they can treat you like shit, give me the option to say, this guy is not available. Stop asking for him. But unfortunately, they don't give you that option. All right, there, Goldobin. You're heading back down. Something I need is I need to start getting some more quality forwards in the pipeline, because right now, what is Chase Stillman doing all the way down on the... Weird. Like, I've got solid defense, but I don't know. I guess a lot of my players are still young and developing, so... That glitched the game out just now. So once again, we are barely above 500. We are sitting in 7th in the division. That's not good at all. There's a strong possibility that we're not going to make the playoffs again. Granted, it certainly didn't help that one of our top scorers was injured. Oh, get the hell out of here with that trade offer. All right, here we go. There's the winning streak. I'm telling you, you can just never tell what the hell's going on. All right. This guy is still being marked as a franchise, but I still don't believe that. We're just going to keep looking at him. It's a USA Hockey. But I don't remember if it said East or West. East. All right, so we can probably scout him a whole bunch of times. Any other gems pop up? Nope, just the one. And again, going after that goaltender. And then when it comes down to me trying to make an offer with this goaltender, no one wants him. Like, no one will take any kind of deal with him. Because that happens constantly. All right, let me look at my scouting real quick. All right. We're gonna scout him again. Ah, see, Smiles has been reduced to an elite medium. He's no longer being considered a potential franchise player, which we knew that was going to happen. But sometimes I see them go from franchise and then they're like, or like a fringe starter, and they're not even on the cusp to being a starting goaltender, which is crazy. All right, let's. Give all these guys another look. All right, now. Spaghetti. I mean, I don't think any of these guys are going to be worth taking a look at. So we'll just go to LeBeau here. And we'll just do 15 people. When is it going to be done? Around March. I'm still shocked that the DEL actually has this many players to scout. Because usually it's like 4 or 5 players maybe. Ice. They have nobody that's going to make the end. But I just want to keep my guy busy, so you can scout those players that are never going to make the AHL. Go ahead, go knock yourself out. NLA has got like 2 people. Oh no, this NLA is actually doing a lot better. I take it back. .287, never gonna make it to the draft table, but keep our guy busy, so it's fine. All right. So come April, I'll do the rest of those. All right, let's get down to the end of the month of February. Oh my God, stop asking for Wennerberg. God, that's annoying. And now the losing streak. Yeah. No. 8-2 loss. Eesh. Uh-oh. Zachary hurt his groin. Cody Clark, get in there. Look at this. Cody Clark jumps in. It's still a +5. He fits everywhere. Hey, he doesn't hurt any lines. Carino's like, oof, yeah, dude. It's a stop. God, these fucking trades are astronomically ridiculous. All right, so we are currently in 3rd in the division, but one of those wild card spots is just 1 point below us. So we could very quickly see ourselves fall out of the playoffs. We're right on the cusp here of whether or not we make it. Get in there. Get in there, Zachy boy. That's an insane ask, so no. All right. Look at this. Yeah, we are so sitting on the borderline. Only because we have one more win in the season so far are we sitting in 3rd and not a wild card spot. That's how close this is. So that means going into this is going to be rough. So going into the trade deadline, I could make a move. I could try to trade. All right. I can make something, try to pick up a player who's going to end up helping us in the playoffs, but I don't know what's going to be available, who's going to be available, and what's going to cost. Also, I want to do a real quick little. I want to jot down the players who are teams that are currently sitting below the poverty belt here. All right. Look at the Rangers sitting here in like 22nd overall. I think they won the Stanley Cup last season. And yet somehow, yeah, I mean, whatever. So those are the teams that are going to be looking for first round draft picks. Other teams are not going to be looking for that. They're going to be looking for key players just like me. Klubertans is a monster here. Is he our sniper? He is our sniper. See, here's the thing, like my top lines, I don't want to fuck them up, but I could try to get someone on my second line, but that might mean I've got to trade away Dawson Mercer. If I can bring in somebody who would really fit this third line well. I mean, honestly, Mercer's like the only guy who's replaceable. And I like Dawson Mercer as a player. And it's not someone who I would really like to see leave the team. But at the same time, I see both of these guys are good, just not for this line. And that would be the thing. Do I shore up my defense? Do I find someone else who'd be like a really strong third pairing defenseman? And trade Mukamadulin for him? At 29 years of age, he's not going to get any better. So I could trade him away and try to get someone who's going to be a lot stronger that can fit that position. So it's him or Mercer. So I'm basically looking at trying to replace Mercer on that third line and Mukamadulin on that third pairing. We'll see. But I don't know. If I could also pull something off where maybe we can I gotta look at my trade block here. Nope. Nope. Yes. Bastion? I still have him on my team? Huh. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's an AHL player now. All right, so let me put... I really... All right, let's see. Who is out there? That's a goaltender, a center. Chitrin. That's another thing is I don't know exactly what how much money I got available. I don't like that I can't actually... Well, I guess I could. I'd have to go to the propose trade. So, See, here's the other thing: is the contract's kind of. I don't want to get myself locked into some crazy expensive contract. All right, you know what? Let's just do this way. Bottom 6 forward lines. Super freaking expensive for 1 year. Let me just throw him on there, see if we'll still be within our cap. If I could grab him, throw him on a two-way forward. If I can get Matty Beniers and have him, I mean, the only problem is, what are they going to want? I could offer Goldobin. It's not going to be enough. Would you even take Mercer in a return? All right, so you don't really want Mercer. Honestly, grabbing a player that's going to cost me that much and throwing him on my third line would kind of bite me in the ass, I think. I want to see something here. If I were to offer up Goldobin, let me just see what I can get for him flat out. Two second-round picks. Minnesota's willing to give up 2 second-round picks, but they're definitely not at the bottom of the league. So those are both going to be kind of like closer to being actual third-round picks. So that doesn't really do a hell of a lot, but it means that at least there's enough interest in Goldobin that I can use him for a trade asset. Mika Madulin, what would I get for him? Probably, I was going to say, either nothing or not much. Mercer on his own, probably nobody. Oh, no. Wow. Oh, that's, whoops, I didn't mean to keep, did not mean to keep Goldobin on there. Let's fix that. All right. 2 third-round picks. That was from Anaheim. Starze from Dallas. Second and a fourth. Well, a second and a fourth ain't too bad. Second and a third is even better. I could maneuver those into a better picks. All right, so before I do this, I'll just remember, if I can make a trade, pick up a right winger who's going to fit. Actually, let's... Who do you have out here? Nobody interesting there. Nobody here. If they're not marked as in red, then I know it's going to be a waste of time even trying to acquire them. Like a Tarasenko. Oh, a blank. Doesn't fit any of our lines anyway. It only fits the fourth line. That doesn't do me any good. I got a feeling this is going to be a... This is going to be pretty rough here. Nobody. Look at this. Nobody available. Cole Caulfield. Can you imagine if we actually were able to pick him up? Have him and... the guy who I really wished that I could pick up is impossible. Look at that trade value. There's no way. Yeah, Shatan was the one I was really, really, really wanting to draft, but unfortunately I missed out on being able to draft him, and then he came up as a free agent, but I didn't realize he was an RFA, so I got all excited until I realized that at the last minute. Yeah, I don't think... I don't think any of this is going to work out. Forward line 2. See, that's the thing. If I bring him in, is that going to screw up? If I put him in that third line, whoa. Kevin Ball. Nope. All right, so who was I just looking at? Was it St. Louis? Podkolzin, that's who it was. If I brought Podkolzin in, and maybe a 5th, would that be enough to pull this off? Nope. How about a 4th? See, they're being assholes about it. Like, you guys don't have to be dicks. It's unnecessary. Yeah, I don't want to give him up either, because that was another guy I was looking at as being an important... All right, well, so much for that. Oh, well, that sucks. But whatever. At least I know that going into the draft, I can trade away Mercer and make room on that bottom line, and Goldobin could fetch me something. I could try to make some moves, but I don't think I'm getting anybody in that first round. Of the draft. So, all right. Well, let's see. Do we remain in place to make it to the playoffs? Everybody, place your bets. Kraken have fired their coach. All right, let's look at this draft class again. Uh-oh. Look at this. Another guy is being listed as being a potential franchise player, but we all know the truth. We all know it's not going to turn out to be a franchise guy. But what he could be is a late pick acquisition, which I don't even know if I have a 7th round pick. I think I may have traded it away. But who knows? I can always... Three goaltenders currently being scouted. All right, so they're all currently being scouted. Any more gems? There is one. Woodworth. Let's get another look at you. All right. Chad Ray is hurt. And I also saw in the corner of my eye that we have officially dropped out of the playoff contention, so that's a bad sign. Maybe we can sneak our way back in. All right, we've snuck our way into a wild card spot. We need wins. No. So we go on a losing skid, and now we are barely clinging to that last spot. We need to win this. I think we might be okay, because if the Lightning, unless the Lightning have more than... No, the Lightning, I think, have 2 games left. We only have 1. Yep, that is the case. So we have to win this game. All right. Huge win for us. All right. 6-2 victory. I don't know if that clinches it for us. It might. That may have clinched it, because I don't know if... I don't think Tampa Bay can catch us. All right. We snuck in there. I'm fairly certain. All right, we made the playoffs, guys. Now we see what happens. Is it going to be another first round exit? Let's find out. All right, game 1 in Columbus. We win 2-0 win. We are 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. Coming home to New Jersey for game 3, and that's a loss at home. 2-1. 3-1. Can we close this off? We do. 4-1. We get out of the first round of the playoffs. All right. Greeno's celebrating. I want to see real quick, how is... Comets are 1 game away also from victory. The Comets have also moved on, so our AHL affiliate also gets through the first round. We're just waiting for... There we go. Other... All right. Oh, we take on our hated rivals, the Philadelphia Flyers. We bring them into the Rock, and let's see how this goes, because they've been pretty tough. So game 1 of the second round goes to the Flyers as they trounce us 5-1. We are 0-1. Game 2, 1-1. We tie it back up. Game 3 in Philly, we lose down 6-3. 1-2. Game 4, tied it up 2-2. Game 5, we're going to find out in a moment as I take a quick little peek at the draft class. Look at this guy again. Still being looked at, still being looked at. Scout this guy again. Because I'm not against drafting elite goaltenders if they're available. Even if I don't necessarily need them, I can always use them. One more time, get a good look at this guy. We don't have a chance of getting that guy. I don't even know if I can. Yeah, I wouldn't even have a shot at getting either one of these goalies. So really, Ellington's the one I would hope still continues to be a high elite, because that's the only of these guys I'm going to have a chance to get, because I don't think I'm going to have a first round pick unless I can really pull off a miracle. All right, so we end up winning that last game. So we were up 3-2. Now we are back in Philly. Can we close this out? No, tied 3-3. And we go to a game 7. Let's do this period by period. After one, we are up 2-1. Then we are down 3-2 going into the third, and we lose 4-3 to the damn Flyers. And they eliminate us from the playoffs, and they break our hearts. But Utica moves on, so let's pay attention to what happens with them. Utica wins game 1. They win game 2. Game 3. And they sweep the Hershey Bears. Greedo says, grease those poles. Well, the Utica Comets have made it to the Calder Cup finals again. This team is tough. Can we get another Calder Cup? We are 1-0. 2-0. 3-0. The Iowa Wild might be swept. They are swept. That's 2 rounds in a row. And Utica, the Utica Comets, once again, Calder Cup champions. That's great. That's wonderful. But it's not the Devils. The baby Devils are winning cups. But the big boys can't pull it off. And the Colorado Avalanche are the Stanley Cup champions again. So let's see for the awards and all of that stuff. All right. Coachella once again. So it came down. I forget that the teams get a lot more individual trophies. So look at that. 3 years in a row, Utica Comets. Do we get away with any individual player awards? All right, most valuable player in the playoffs, Jay Ertl. But that's it. And the Stanley Cup. The Colorado Avalanche actually won the President's Trophy and the Cup. That's very rare. So they took on the Hurricanes. All right, let's see. Did we get anybody to get a individual award? Probably not. McDavid with the Art Ross and the Hart. Cale Makar with the Norris. Kucherov with the Lady Bing. Gosselin, the Calder winner. McKinnon with the Conn Smythe. Georgiev wins the Vezina. Sorokin gets the Jennings. Bill Masterson goes to Kessler. Edmonton's coach gets the Jack Adams. Selke goes to Steen for the second year in a row. McDavid wins the Ted Lindsay and the Maurice Richard. Which I'm amazed that it's not McDavid constantly winning the Richard. But considering it was McKinnon and Matthews were the other guys that were winning it, I can't really complain. Why does that not seem right? 17 goals? So you're telling me that Klubertons with 42 goals this season, which is crazy, and then Hischier was the next closest in goal scoring with only 18. I've got no one else who can put goals in the net. Pucks in the net, I mean. That's just awful. Yeah, that's pretty sad. All right, well, there's another long postseason for us. So let's move on. First, we'll find out how much salary cap went up. I think it went up another 1 point something million. All right. So we're going to see Seattle stays at number 1, gets the number 1 overall. Vegas moves up 1 and swaps with Detroit. Okay. None of the rest of that affects us because we don't have a pick. One more look at the draft class. People that I've marked to look at. Still elite high, elite medium. Smiles went from the franchise guy. But an elite medium, it's not a bad pick out of the middle there. Elite low power forward. That's an attainable player. Woodworth is a gem. Probably not going to be able to nab this guy either because, again, he's a first-round pick. But Ellington we could get away with. All right, nobody else pops up as a gem, I'm guessing. No, just the same ones. All right. So no surprises. No surprises. Retirement. Who has retired? Anyone off of the Devils? I doubt it. I don't think there's anybody old enough to retire. Unless they decide they just don't want to play hockey anymore. Okay, I didn't think so. All right, coaches. Can I get away with having another season? 2 coaches retire from Utica. Great. All right. Who did I lose out of Utica? My assistant coach and my goalie coach. All right, they're replaceable. That's replaceable. That's not the end of the world. But I can't do that right now. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. We hit another postseason. No Stanley Cup. But at least we made it to the second round of the playoffs. And once again, our Utica Comets are doing really well, which is all well and dandy, but, this is our 8th season now, or 7th season, I'm sorry. And still, no cup. No, this is our 8th. Because I forgot the first season is 22-23. So, we got players that are getting older. Players who may not want to come back without a big payout. I know Nico's going to want to come back. But he's going to go from asking from 12 to 9. Oh, wait, how many years does he want? 3 years. I think that's fair. Jack, however, to get Hughes to come back, he's going to want to go from 8 to 11 for 7 years. So he'd be here till he was 36. But he's playing all right, so that's not bad. Holtz going from 6.25 wants 7.15. That's not a bad deal. I could sign up for a year. Dawson Mercer does not want to return. I can trade him. I will try to get some picks for him. I'll let him go because I've got other players I can move up into his spot. Once again in real life, I really like Dawson Mercer. Don't want to say goodbye to the guy, but let's say if I was to bring him back, 4.5. Kunitz is going to want a payday, 3.6. I can't let him go because he's been improving quickly. Davidson, another guy that, fortunately he's an RFA, so I've got control. Cody Clark, he'll sign again for cheap. Yeah, 1.25. And none of these guys will be an issue to bring back. They'll all re-sign. Except for Nate Bastian, who, that's fine. I actually did not mean to sign him because he's just kind of an extra player at this point. But he just got himself another trophy, so he should be happy. So I can do away with Nate again. This will be the second time I've released him. We're fine with goaltending. Oh, wait. I think I'm going to have to sign Sturm, but I can trade Goldobin. And see, look, Sturm is already a 76, while Goldobin is a 73. We are definitely trading him away. I'm definitely getting something for him. And Vanacek is going to want very cheap. Wait, how many years? He's looking for 2 years. I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with that at all because by the time he's ready to go, Grantham should be ready to take that big step forward. Schmid is going to get ready to retire. He's going to get overtaken by Sturm. All right. So now it's just going to be postseason, which I will do offline. And unfortunately for me, I don't expect to really grab anything. There's not going to be any first-round picks in my future here. Because as I said, I don't have any first-round picks that I remember. No, I just have a second. I might be able to, like I said, if I can just trade for picks, if I can give up Mercer, and I'll try to trade Nate Bastian, although I don't think I can get anything for him. But I'll give up Mercer for some picks if possible. Although his value may be down now since he can sign as a UFA. But I can possibly trade him away. and Goldobin I can definitely trade away, and maybe get another second-round pick for him. Something better than 20th overall. We'll see. We shall see. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. So thank you all so much for watching. Greeno, I will see you on Saturday. And, yeah, AEW should be fun. So anyway, guys, I hope everybody out there is staying safe and healthy and that you're all remaining smart instead of scared of these crazy times that we're living in. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. Hit that notification button and do all that YouTube stuff. And until the next time, as always, peace and let's go Devils.